YouTube family, the Maverick in the space again. Still, best and most credible opinion. Still, fair and fearless analysis. And yes, more you continue to do the right thing. You know me there, in a kind of quiet moment, I reflect a little bit on the conclusion of the World Championship, but specifically, the last race for Jamaica run, the 4x1 women. We got the silver medal. Yeah, we lost by what? 400th of a second to the United States on the line, basically. I know me always have a thing or two for say on the 4x1 relay, especially when it comes to how we set up the order. And me can't help think to myself, looking at the margin where we lose by, you know. Me just think if we did set up differently, we'd have won the race, you know. I could have won that race, you know. I would have put myself in a better position for win the race, you know. And listen to my reasoning. The team was Shelley to Clayton to Janelle Smith. I don't have no problem with Shelley start the race. I always think Shelley should start the race. She didn't pocket rocket mainly because I start. But the problem we have is that my slowest sprinter I anchor the event. Wherever I go have that problem, always had, I always I go have that problem there. With relays, same principle, because I'm a fan of top end speed. And top end speed, you finish faster than the rest of the field. Now when you have the slowest runner, theoretically, by your anchor leg, you're not going to have no top end speed. Go further into the analysis now. My understanding is that Shelley and Fraser Price was supposed to anchor the relay. But you notice Sherika Jackson was missing. Apparently it was a last minute decision say Sherika can't go. So therefore now they have to switch up the order to facilitate Janelle Smith. So even then, they had to make some quick adjustments. I still think it's Tina Clayton for anchor the relay. Tina Clayton run 10-7 and get the silver medal in the 100 meters a while ago. And me think, you must start with a premise. Your premise must be your fastest runner by your anchor leg. And people, please, nobody argue with me. Nobody try to convince me. Nobody reason with me about it. You're not going to ever convince me not to build my relay around getting my fastest sprinter on my anchor leg. Same like how you're not going to ever convince me. Say a runner with top end speed now go more effective most of the time than a runner without top end speed. I'm giving you the reason. It's the same principle, you know. I want my fastest runner on the anchor leg because in case there are some imperfections, which invariably they are with the button change, my fastest runner can make up whatever deficit may drop in. Or put it this way, my fastest runner will be more likely to make up whatever deficit was created because of the imperfections with the previous parts of the execution of the race. See? So let us say, for example, when you look on a racer, there's definitely a little fumble with the button change between the Clayton twins, you know. You see it cost us, I want to tell you, that look like it cost me more than 400th of a second. But listen why me would blame that as necessarily what cost for the relay. Because invariably, you're going to have those issues at the change. Me can't remember no ever perfect button change in any relay. So therefore, if you apply the requisite working space for imperfection, and human beings we are dealing with, you know, we are going to always assume so we are going to have imperfect button changes. So therefore, we are going to always want to get me anchor leg runner the opportunity and give the person who is best suited to make amends for the imperfection in the early part of the race. You see that fumble between the Clayton twins? If that did happen when Tina get it on the anchor leg, me would have more faith in a Tina and run down whomever on the anchor leg. In this case, it was Shakari Richardson, who looked like she'd go back where? She don't make no impression this year. That means that she's not in the best of form. So she was ripe for the taking. And you look on how Janelle Smith even run her down. Then if we did have a faster Tina Clayton on the anchor leg there, all other things we made it equal. Tina not run her down, man. And pass her. Because Janelle Smith run her down, you know. And Janelle Smith is an 11.03 runner. Yeah? And Janelle Smith run her down. Then why Tina now that give me a better chance for run her down and pass her and win the relay. Anyway, we give thanks to the silver medalist. After all the ranting and cussing, we give thanks to the silver medal, but it's just kind of when you see how close we got to, we kind of think, say, wow, if we did set up the thing better, we could have won that race. And if you ask me, We should have won that race and sent off Shelly and Fraser Price in fine style. I mean, she did go off in fine style, you know. But don't tell me amidst all those smiles and cheers and selfies and photographs, there is not a little tinge of disappointment. Knowing the competitors that these girls are, knowing the competitor that Shelly and Fraser Price is. Me know say that one little seeping, one little deep, probably in her quiet moments when she go back to her room and she think she said, damn, you know, so we could have win the race. When you look at how the USA sprinters were going, when you look on the kind of farm with them in, especially Melissa Jefferson Wooden, she started really for the United States, which, if I'm going to be consistent, I think is stupidity of the highest order. Them get away with it, but me would have never do that. If I was not that girl with that kind of top end speed, cannot start a race for me. But I just me that. I'm telling you already. Nobody argue with me. Nobody educate me. Make me remain ignorant on that. My best runner for run my ankle leg. Anyway, congrats to the Jamaican team. Jamaica is still here despite the retirement of Usain Bolt and the now retirement of Shelly and Fraser Price and the missing in action of Elaine Thompson era. Them to realize say our sprinting now depend on no 1, 2, 3 individuals or any 1 or 2 eras. Our sprinting is something more generic. We are going to always produce sprinters because we have a culture of sprinting. We have a culture of athletics. And it just has spread. It has spread past sprinting now, you know. It has spread past sprinting now because we say other people in other areas are win medals now. We see other people in other areas are compete at the highest level now and I make an impression. I just that me didn't want to rant about. Otherwise, me calm. But we just think, you know, we can lose a relay, you know. But we don't think we will lose a relay. I do the things where me don't know. The man them we a coach, them know the thing more than me, them claim, you know. But me's a common sense kind of guy. And even if you're gonna make a late change, if you bring in Janelle Smith, them say Janelle Smith did anchor the first round, you know. So automatically if they're gonna put her in at that late stage, it has to be she now who just come anchor again because she anchor already. But that put Shelly and Fraser Price in a position now where Shelly have to go start when she never mentally nor physically planned to start, you know. But as Shelly and Fraser Price are the go at that. So she got it done without much fuss or fanfare. But me just think it kind of, me don't know, it kind of a paradox, it kind of, to have your slowest sprinter, and it's not by a close distance, you know. You talk about Shelly 10-speed, she know in a 10-6 shape, but just go by PB. Shelly 10-6, Tina 10-7, Tia 10-8, Janelle Smith 11-0. Janelle Smith can't anchor the race, people. Me she talk after the race till and say she was confident that them could have win the gold medal and she think probably the weather because I rain them running now, you know. And that is a factor as well. Me think that probably is a factor. Them said the visibility was poor. You remember me not talk about my marker them in the other video me talk about the men's relay. Janelle Smith said them couldn't see the marker. So them basically after a guess and an estimate. So it's a warrior medal still. We shouldn't, the Maverick should not blaze it up, so, but you don't know me already, you know. From me have a conviction to an opinion, me I go get it. If me not do it, if me not give me opinion, me feel like I am not being me. I feel like I'm suppressing my thoughts and what I want to say. And that not me. Yeah? Me just think, if Tina did the the ankle like that, would have win the gold medal. Who want vex? Don't just watch the videos. Punch out the little subscribe button there. And remember, when I hear them ask about the Oral Tracy Maverick YouTube channel, just remind them. Remind them, please and thanks. It's not few. It's not 2. It's not 3. Singular. 1 Maverick.